Hello my little dumplings, I hope you're all well. Today we've got a story which is about building, but in it there is lots of wind. Can you make it sound like lots of wind? Wow, that's very good. Right, now so when we get to the windy bit, remember to make your noise like wind. Now, I wonder if you like stories. I know I do. When Jesus was a little boy, there were no storybooks for children. Most ordinary people couldn't read, so storytelling was very important. Jewish mums and dads would tell their children stories passed down by their grandfathers since God first made the world. Jesus told lots of stories to anybody who would listen. He used his stories to teach people important things. Sometimes he was even called the teacher. He became famous for his storytelling, and people used to flock to hear him. It worried Jesus that people might go away without really understanding what he was telling them, so he usually took the trouble to explain the meaning of the stories. Let's open the book and hear the tale of two houses and see if you can work out what Jesus is saying in this story. "Let me tell you a story," said Jesus to the crowd one day. "A story all about building. There was once a man, a wise man, who wanted to build a house. So he found a big rock, a really big rock, and he said, 'This is where I'll start.' And he dug a big hole in that really big rock, and that's where he built his house. Then the rain came, and the sea rose, and the wind huffed and puffed enough to blow that house down. But that house did not move. No, not 1 inch. There was another man, a foolish man, who wanted to build a house too. So he found a nice gravelly beach with soft sand all over it. And he said, 'This is where I'll start.' And he smoothed out the sand and tossed out the shells, and that's where he built his house. Then the rain came, and the sea rose, and the wind huffed and puffed enough to blow that house down. And down it fell, with a shiver and a rumble and a crash. 'Listen to my words,' said Jesus. 'Do what I tell you, and you will be like that first man. For the things I say are true, solid as any rock, and you can build your life upon them.' So, did you manage to work out the meaning of the story? Sensible Simon was like a person who listens to the wise words of Jesus and trusts them. That person builds a good, strong life for themselves, just like the good, strong house that the first man built. Let's close our eyes. If building a good life means listening to wise words, whose words are we going to listen to, and whose words will we ignore? I'm going to say a prayer, and if you'd like to make it your prayer, you can say Amen at the end. Dear God, help us to listen to those who have wise words to share, and help us to ignore silly ideas. Amen. And there we are, children. That's the end of Open the Book for this week. Bye bye, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.